30 seconds to air.
Bonjour, they call me Donnie. Please to inform me of the number of players, why don't you? One little player. Oh well, why don't you enter your name? Why don't you enter your name? Why don't you?
Old seafaring captain.
Fantastic.
Pull it together, folks. 10 seconds.
Have Funyun.
How about a heart check?
6, 5,
Hey, fade to black.
3.
Vader is still Luke's father.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I gave Stella her groove back. No friends, huh? Would you just get out of prison? And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Herbs Herbs. They are seriously, totally just herbs used for wholesome baking. We swear.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. So let's get to it. To get things rolling, make pranks, not war. Suppose you could travel back in time with some toilet paper. How might you TP Sitting Bull's teepee? Take some Charmin to the Cheyenne, take some Soft and Gentle to the... Sitting Bull, perhaps the most famous of all Native American leaders, is of the Sioux Nation. You could also go back in time with some modern toilets so Sitting Bull could spend less time as Squatting Bull. Here's one for you. Baby made a mess in his portfolio. I don't think that E-Trade baby should be sitting around relying on somebody else to make a movie about him and get rich. I think he should just be investing in his own thrilling biopic. Suppose the E-Trade baby uses all his earnings to produce a movie remake. If it makes as much international box office money as the original, which film would be most profitable? E-Trade Baby Mama? Rosemary? Let me show you something. $1 Million Baby was outclassed by 3 Men and a Baby in the US, but worldwide, $1 Million Baby crushed it with over $200 million in gross revenue. I would love to see a movie starring the E-Trade Baby. I would also like to light myself on fire. Oh, bad investment. Maybe you were thinking about rosemary and how you could use a bag of, oregano, courtesy of Herbs Herbs, spicing up your life one tiny baggie of herbs at a time. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra $4,000. Congratulations. Try this on for size. The sport of Larry Kings. If Larry King learned karate and started competing but refused to wear a belt, how would you know he had reached the highest rank? He'd be wearing gold suspenders, he'd be wearing white suspenders, he'd be wearing green suspenders, or he'd be wearing brown suspenders. Brown is the highest ranking color underneath black. And since Larry King doesn't compromise his style, they would be brown suspenders. Wax on, wax off is actually the instructions written on one of Larry King's prescription bottles.
Everybody quattro, hey!
Here's one I like to call, The Hills Need Bifocals. Which of the following hills have eyes? Vatican Hill, Capitol Hill, Parliament Hill. Parliamentary procedure states all laws must be passed with either an aye or a nay, and Parliament Hill, the home of the Canadian Parliament, is no exception. So, I guess Canadians would say, I vote aye, eh? I vote.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
How about sleeping with the fishes? And it's a this or that. I'm going to read off 7 animals. For each one, you need to tell me if the singular and plural version of the animal are the same, or if the singular and plural versions are different. If the singular and plural versions are the same, press the number 1. If the singular and plural versions are different, press the number 2. For each one you get right, I'll give you 300 monies. Get it wrong, and I'll be docking you 300. Oh, and be as quick as a gaggle of cheetahs. The faster you go, the richer you'll be. We good? Here we go. Moose. Mouse. Goose. Deer. Sheep. Bison. Ox. platypuses. Also, more than one octopus are called octopi. Octopi. Let's say so long to round one. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round two. Okay, let's do this. May I introduce What Happens in England Stays in England. You know, marrying Henry VIII was quite a gamble. Which of these roulette bets has roughly the same odds as the odds of being beheaded after marrying Henry VIII? Evens, 1 through 12, red, or 00? There's about a 1 in 3 chance of winning this bet, and King Henry VIII had 2 of his 6 wives beheaded. Just goes to show you, ladies, a good divorce lawyer will make all the difference. Coming up next, my number's been retired. Can I have yours?
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Okay, now sometimes these order questions can be a little tough, so I'm adding $1,000 for a correct answer. Put these famous athletes in order of the numbers they wore, starting with the lowest. Dan Marino, Babe Ruth, Michael Jordan. Babe Ruth, Michael Jordan, Dan Marino, Michael Jordan, Dan Marino, Babe Ruth, Dan Marino, Michael Jordan, Babe Ruth, or Babe Ruth, Dan Marino, Michael Jordan. Their numbers were 3, 13, and 23 respectively. That earned you an extra grand. That's also the same order you'd put them in for how important the Looney Tunes were in their careers.
Looking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
This one's called I Shudder to Think. If Shutter Island were actually an educational film about shutter speeds on a camera, which sequel would you watch to learn how much or how little your camera lens should open? Aspect ratio ridge, depth of field. The aperture setting on a camera determines how much the lens should open when taking a particular picture. I love movies with twist endings. That's why I keep demanding that this game end with a twist. And you'll find out that twist after the 72nd and final episode.
Cookie, sorry to interrupt. There are actually 73 episodes in the game.
Oh, spoiler alert, Bob!
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nice.
Here's a good one. Geographically accurate fashion. I love those collared shirts that have a little animal on the chest. It's like I have a little pet, or that I only have one nipple and it's in the shape of a tiny man riding a horse. Suppose you could only buy animal logo shirts if the animal were native to the country in which you were shopping. Which of these shirts would you not be able to buy? A Le Tigre tiger shirt and a Jap. The tiger is native to India, Russia, and other parts of Asia, but not Japan. Which is a really good thing because tigers are terrible at karaoke.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Take a good look at rhymes with cabbage. I feel bad for the really smart people from the 1800s who, if they were alive today, would be very rich and very famous. Instead, they rode horses and got syphilis. If Charles Babbage were alive today, what would his personalized Porsche license plate probably say? Aviator? Radiate? Ahoy, mate! Charles Babbage created the first real working calculating machine and is known as the father of computing. Point of fact, the calculator was invented by accident when Babbage was trying to create a machine that could spell boobs with upside-down numbers. Brace yourself. I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. You're gonna stick that where? Scopes can get to some pretty hard-to-reach places. Good luck. There you have it! You nailed it! You're either a doctor or someone who just likes to get their orifices scoped.
You don't know Jack!
Nice one, folks. Okay, Danny, let us know what we're doing.
All right then. Have you any tinkling for jumping back into the proceedings?
Do you have too many shelves? Don't know what to do with them? Well, now it's time to put your worries on the shelf. Introducing Shelf Shelves. Shelf Shelves are made exclusively for shelving shelves, and each shelf shelves up to 12 shelves per shelf.
That's a lot of shelves.
Shelf Shelves saved my life. I really wanted to kill my shelf.
Don't get stuck with unshelved shelves. Buy Shelf Shelves today and do your shelf a favor.
Feeling tired, groggy, sleepy?
When you need an energy drink that'll get you going, try 3-Day Energy Drink. It's guaranteed to keep you wide awake and alert for up to 3 days at a time. Your mouth will hardly be able to keep up with your brain. I just had 2 of them and I've never felt more alert and alive. I mean, sure, my body's feeling a little tingly and my heart hurts and my teeth are chattering and I can't focus and my eyes are vibrating, but who cares? Because I just finished mowing my lawn and cleaning the bathroom and writing a novel and painting my house and building a garage. Who came up with that word garage anyway? It's such a weird word because it's got 2 G's, you know, and they're both pronounced differently. And it's like, who decided that? And one time I saw this guy at a bus stop and he had this weird hat.